There you go. All right, we're live. Let's try to get some conversations. Testing. Yep. Hey, how's it going? What's going on, guys? You want to try a social experiment? Okay. Yeah, you got it. What's going on, buddy? Why aren't you vegan yet? That's my question today to the chat and to the public people on the street. And I got a feeling we're going to get a lot of conversations today. We're going to see if we can get these guys. How's everybody doing? Any friends in the chat? I'm gonna hold it like this so everybody can see it. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try a little social experiment? Okay, just to get you to think a little bit. All good. Have a good day. Who's that? Another space nut? You're back? What's going on? How are you? They do, but today we got a sign that says "Animal Lover." 3 quick questions. So this is how we're gonna lead into it. You know, not to like bait them in, but sometimes we have to, for their own benefit, bait them in. So you trying it? Okay, it's just 3 questions. Are you okay being on my YouTube live? Yeah. Okay, so this is my YouTube live. I just started, so there's nobody in there. But the first question is, do you guys have animals? Do you love animals? I don't have pets. I don't have any pets. Okay.
I have 2 cats.
Me too. I got 2 cats. Solidarity to the cat people. My second question is, why do you love your animals? Actually, first, do you love them?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they show us affectionate, so I feel like we should show them.
Oh yeah, they have dogs. I've seen your dog.
Oh, cool.
I don't like my dog.
It's all good. It's all good. But you know, you're neutral with them. You know, you'll give them shelter, you'll give them food and stuff like that. My second question is, what is your guys' position on animal abuse? Are you for it or against it? Against. Neutral? No, against, right? Reflexively. So this experiment is just to get people critical thinking a little bit. I usually follow up with, what do you think about the animals that we force into slaughterhouses for food? And that's a tough question. Now, I bring up the first 2 questions because we know that animals have central nervous systems and we know they have brains, right? They have these networks that allow them to be sentient, which is this emerging property that hails from having a central nervous and a brain. Only animals and humans are sentient, for all science knows right now. But what do you think about those animals? If you love animals, does it carry over to those or not?
Which animals? Like
farm animals,
yeah,
pigs, chickens, all that stuff. And this is I know this is a tough posture.
I think like people like all the animals.
Yeah.
Like the ones like that we usually.
Yeah, it's tough. We have like a disconnect, right? So like there has to be a balance there, right? So if we're reflexively against animal abuse, somehow we have to balance the fact that we're paying for these systems where animal abuse is inherent, and we're doing it 3 times a day. And we're kind of walking around with a values disconnect. We have our values in one place, because everyone here agrees in anti-animal abuse. And we have our actions in another place, which is like the vote that counts. You know what I mean? We have the political ballot, but the vote that counts is the monetary ballot, the dollar. And we're like showing that we believe in this stuff. Now, that's a tough idea to accept, and I appreciate you guys having the guts to actually stop by. But upon hearing that loaded sentiment, what do you think?
I mean, I agree with you, and I feel like we should all make a change.
Yeah. Have you guys heard the word vegan before?
Yeah.
You have? Yeah. It's essentially, a lot of people think it's food, and the funny thing is, it's not. It's not food. It's not about food. It's not about entertainment. It's not about clothing. It's a stance, a philosophical stance against something, and that that thing that we're against is basically oppression, violence, sexual exploitation, and many, many other things. So it's more of a stance than it is a diet. So I would challenge you guys going forward with a question: what would stop you right now from being vegan?
I think like our parents buying us the groceries.
I feel that. How old are you? Are you guys in high school? Right on, right on. Such an advantage. I was vegan when I was 30 years old. I was not vegan for 30 years. I ate meat, cheese, milk, and eggs every single meal. And I had this veil on that was given to me by these beautiful plutocrats. I don't know if you've heard this term before, but basically 1% of the 1% who drive control narratives and siphon money from the 99%. And I thought it was normal, necessary, and nice to just keep doing it because my parents did it, my teachers did it, all my references, political, authoritarian, they all did it. Until I realized that, if I want to authenticize myself as a human being, I can just stop doing this and I can stand for what I actually believe in. So, I mean, if you would posture or consider it, you could. I got cards. Will you guys take some cards today? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that cool? All right. You could show these to your parents. I mean, it's crazy because when you're ready to hear about this, you're ready to hear about it. My parents. I've been vegan for 11 years. They're still not vegan. There's one for each of you guys. It's one of those things in 2025 where we have this advantage to do this and spearhead this kind of new horizon, which we never really had up until the last few years, where social media, which now I got like 100 people in there. I started with 0, and I got 100 people can watch. You'll see it on it's my name. The channel name is Homeless Vegan, but my name's on there. It's James. And I just go out and do street outreach like this, talk to people like this. I'll go over here, Severna Park, Arnold, Baltimore, Georgetown, doing things like this for the chat and for you guys to hopefully give you some information moving forward. Because as long as we're not vegan, we are literally paying for animals to go to slaughter just for us, just for taste buds. Because nutritionally, and you'll see on the resources there, that argument's way off the table. My daughter's vegan. She's been vegan since birth. You can get every single nutrient on a plant-based diet. It's not even hard. I won't even say it's hard. If I was super responsible, I feel obligated to say, you got to well plan it. You don't.
Is it like more expensive?
No, and that's a great question. It's not. There was a recent Harvard study that lamented that it's actually 30% cheaper if you're not buying Beyond Meat, Impossible, Gardein, and all those meat analogs. You can get, the cheapest foods on the planet are beans, lentils, spaghetti, pastas, chickpeas. All this stuff is like, these are what impoverished countries eat, rice and beans and things like that. And these are vegan. And every single fruit and vegetable, rice, bean, legume, they all have every single essential amino acid. You just have to eat the quantities. That's it. But it's cheaper. You can find fun ways to eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs, because I do. I eat meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. I just get the seasoned sauce textured version that allowed me to still enjoy what I used to enjoy. Because like I said, every meal, I was having steak, eggs, you name it. Your cholesterol drops. You get fit. I mean, you guys are already fit, looks like, and you can still be fit on a meat-based diet. But spiritually, a lot lifts, I feel like. A lot will lift. And things you might not even notice right now that are on deep unconscious levels. So, I'll leave you with that. Do you guys have any questions for me?
No, I don't think so.
Damn, you guys are awesome. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, check out my channel.
It's awesome what you're doing.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. What are your names?
I'm Nicholas.
Nicholas, I'm Jimmy.
Chadley.
Chadley?
Chadley.
Chelly, awesome. Nice to meet you. Giovanni, and I forgot Noah?
Yeah.
Noah, I'm Jimmy. Well, awesome, guys. Moving forward, check out the card for sure. Check out my channel. I'll be pumping videos left and right. I'm trying to blow this channel up. So I got about 1,800 subs right now, but I didn't start till about a month and a half ago. So we're taking this to the moon. So, guys, have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, guys. Welcome to the chat. These are the conversations we're trying to have today. If you'd like and subscribe. I'm out here almost daily now. Today's sign's a little different. It says, animal lover, 3 quick questions. And this is just designed to get people to critically think a little bit, ask me some questions, and get that word out there in the limelight. Get that word vegan out there in the limelight and stop having it so suppressed. Sup, Clara? Let's see. Carlos says, I love more pork. Well, you know what, Carlos? The animal outlook is what we tilt to. And the fact that you said that's not nice. And it's not pork. It's actually a pig. It's somebody that has a central nervous system and a brain. Instead of talking about a non-existent issue, I want to talk about a bigger issue, the Chinese government. You're funny, Kyle. This is the biggest issue going on right now in the world. It is 80 to 90 billion animals holocausted every year just for taste pleasure. What's up, guys? You guys want to try a social experiment? You sure? Get your critical thinking a little bit. That's it. You can talk to me if I can talk to you. It's up to you. All right, guys. I think they're Jehovah's Witnesses. That's why I threw that out there at the end. Or Church of Latter-day Saints. Got a little scared, though. Got a little scared. Yeah, 80 to 90 billion land animals culled and holocausted for our taste pleasure every year. That's a big issue. And it's a non-action of which you can kind of exact your beliefs and values. You don't have to do anything extra. You just don't do something. If you're just getting here, like and subscribe. I'll be doing these daily, looks like. What's up, big guy? You want to try the experiment? You're idling. I'm going to get you into it. Just 3 quick questions. That's it. Do you have any pets?
No.
Now, how do you feel about animals? Are you for or against animal abuse?
I mean, pets are cool and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Don't abuse
Yeah.
them, but like deer, ducks, like all the hunting stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
Do you hunt yourself?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So the question's kind of designed to entice people into a critical thinking dialogue. We all love our pets and we love, our domesticated animals, but there's a disconnect between our food because all animals. Are you familiar with the term sentience? So sentience is an emerging property of a central nervous system in a brain. So this is something plants don't have. But when you move up to land animals and fish and things like that, deer, humans, we have this quality. And this enables us to have like a subjective experience of life. Like we can feel pain, we can have families, we can have love, we can cry and stuff like that. So my question usually is, and you probably know where this is going, is how can we balance our kind of disdain for animal abuse when we vote for it 3 times a day with our dollar, which is the only vote that counts?
Eat food. I don't think I think if you need to eat, you can go hunt it.
Here's the cool thing, though. It's not about food. Veganism's not about food, and this is what I told the last group that stopped over here. It's more so about your ethos, your values, who you are as a man or a woman. It's about standing up for those weaker than you and not being a bully. So more so, it's about a philosophical stance than it is about what we put into our mouths. So what do you think about that?
Well,
Because
I believe that. I don't think it's that messed up. I think there's a difference between a pet and something that God came out for us to eat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
my values personally is there's a difference between abusing an animal than killing it and separating yourself from like the boundaries that there is between a dog and other things.
Okay.
So,
Okay, and you have a pretty, articulate stance on it. Would you consider slitting the throat of somebody abuse, or would that be something worse? When I say somebody, I mean somebody that has a subjective experience, somebody that has eyes to see, a nose to breathe, ears to hear, a brain to think, and then say a central nervous system to process.
no.
Yeah. So you wouldn't say there's anything wrong with that. Slitting a throat.
I mean, there's easier ways to kill it than slitting its throat.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as hunting goes, like hunting, we try to nip that one in the bud because there's no reason to do it unless you're doing it for necessity. Like if you're an Inuit in a geographic area that has no choice, that's justified. But if we're here and we're in Maryland and we're out in the boondocks, and we're killing for just to get our gun off, right? For camaraderie, for sport, to laugh a little bit. And it comes at the expense of everything for that little animal. Like they lose, their family's affected, they're affected, their time horizon. A lot of these animals can live years and years and years, even decades. So I would challenge you to think about that next time you're hunting, because it is something that's very important.
I mean, I don't kill stuff for nothing. If
Yeah.
I kill it, I'm either mounting it or eating it.
Yeah, but that is for nothing, because we don't need to do that. Like we have readily available vegan options. There's no reason to hunt for food, because we have readily available food everywhere. So what we try to get through is, you don't need to do that. I understand it's culture, habit, convenience, and trust me, I wasn't vegan for 30 years, but I mean, we got to look at ourselves and have an inflection point at some point and say, why the hell are we doing this to them? because they have families. You know, they have, like I said, eyes to hear, eyes to see, ears to hear. They can taste. I know it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just an opinion-based thing. I think. I don't
Be
mind
one way to
having
see
my
it, but from
mind
the
visual.
animal outlook, it's not an opinion. From the animal outlook, it's absolute
It's
binary.
an animal. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
it's a big deal, but like, I don't think it's the end of the world. It's an animal.
yeah. Well, I'll let you go, man. I think we're in an impasse here. Would you take a card if I gave you a card? Okay. Well, think about it, because until you go vegan, you're abusing little children, you're abusing
I won't be
animals.
going vegan
I know,
anytime
but you can
soon.
do it. And until we do it, we're abusing these kids. We're abusing like these animals chronologically, they're children. We're abusing families, mothers, daughters. We're doing it all just for taste pleasure. So you have to think about that until you go vegan. That's what you're doing. Uh,
Sure.
okay. You got a lot of years on you. I hope you come to you're a young buck. I hope you come to a realization one day, my friend. Good luck.
Yeah.
If you're just getting here, everybody, like and subscribe. These are the conversations we'll be having for the next half an hour. My name is James. Hit the notification bell. If you noticed, we had a convo with four young men probably about 20 minutes ago. They all got cards. And all it is education. It's information. It's information you won't get um, fed by control narratives and plutocratic entities. There he goes. Going home with his parents now, probably to tell him all about that conversation. Um, so Jock says I gotta head back. Gotta head back to work. Veganism is unhealthy. Oh, it's not unhealthy, my friend. But eating meat is very unhealthy. If you're putting heterocyclic amines, IGF-1, which is insulin growth factor 1, you're putting growth factors, you're putting saturated fats, copious amounts of it. You're also putting rape and death into your body. And if you can reconcile that as healthy, you're a better man than me. That's unbelievable. Kobe says animals are not made in the image of God. Well, here's my question to you. What would Jesus do? Do you think Jesus would be compassionate, or would he exact harm and death onto helpless sentient beings? I would wager he'd be compassionate. That's right. Subscribe, guys. We're heading to 2K subscribers this weekend. Jesus would be vegan in 2025. Thanks, Clara. Exactly. And people know that in their hearts. They just don't want to do it because people just want to continue doing the same behavior they've always done. What's up, buddy? You want to try an experiment? I got you. I got you. Um, that's people just want the excuse to continue the behavior. That's why. Kobe, Jesus may have eaten meat, historically context, but he would not eat meat today, my friend. So we can't cherry pick the Bible and take things out of context where these same things would not happen today. I mean, that's easy. That's too lazy. Uh, is BS asking some terrible questions? Somebody asked some good questions. I'm here to impart information today from what I've learned over the last 11 years being vegan and kind of going down the rabbit hole and exploring different texts and stuff like that. Captain Ron says you are blasphemous. Captain Ron, I would challenge your framework. Maybe some of it's been fed to you by religious institutions and control narratives, and it's all good. It's all good. Let's get this guy. What's going on, buddy? You want to try the experiment? All right, man. All good. Have a good one. I've seen him out here before. So we got a sign it in. It says "Animal Lover." 3 quick questions. And just going to ask you 3 quick questions. Why you love animals. If you have any pets. Hi, guys. You guys want to try a social experiment?
Okay,
Okay. Have a great one. Why you love animals, and then I'm going to kind of touch on, animals having their central nervous system in their brains and how they deserve respect like us. I'll probably ask if they like animal abuse or if they're against it, and then we'll somehow seamlessly transition into how we can balance being against animal abuse when we're paying for it 3 times a day. So, but our little thing to get the chat engaged is why aren't you vegan yet? So that's for you guys. Why aren't you guys vegan yet? James needs some plant-based product samples. Right on. You, you know, maybe that's something I'll integrate later on through contests or something like that. But there's plenty of plant-based products out there that you can get now, and they're all delicious. You're not missing out on anything. What's going on, guys? Want to try a social experiment? Have a great one, guys. Coffee is made with bugs. We've had a few conversations out here already today. Looks like the sign is working. It says animal lover. 3 quick questions. Animal lover. We're going to go from here to find out what their stance is on animal abuse and if they believe in it or if they don't believe in it. Because, guys, if you are for animal abuse or if you're against animal abuse, you will be vegan. And that is a absolute objective fact. There is no way to cower it out of that one. David, that's not nice. Red and processed meats are recognized carcinogens. Exactly. They're up there with cigarettes. I mean, do you want to be consuming? How's it going, guys? You guys want to try a social experiment? Have a good one, guys. Let's see. We have canine teeth for ripping flesh. We were designed this way, were we not? No, Jake, you're wrong. Those canine teeth ain't ripping flesh, bud. Are you going to go out into the forest right now and you're going to take down an animal and harvest it with these canine teeth? Why are they even called canines? These are little apple crunchers. You know, you're not going to take down an animal, rip its skin off, and harvest it with these. That's fallacious. You will be owned. We're herbivores, guys. In the past, we've been opportunistic omnivores. In the past, we've been opportunistic carnivores. In the past, we've been opportunistic cannibals. Hi there, how are you guys? But right now, we're in 2025, and we can be our herbivorous selves. A lot of interesting questions, guys. I don't know if I can even repeat these on the street. There's kids around. Jake says you're dishonest. I would challenge what you've been told, Jake. How's it going? I would challenge the information that you've consumed. That's what I would challenge. Henry, we're not here to police other animals. We are literally moral agents. They are moral patients. Hi there, how are you? Pretty good. You want to try a little social experiment? It's just 3 questions, just designed to get you to think a little bit concerning animals. I know it's a little dubious at first. Are you okay being on my YouTube live? Because that's what I'm on. So I like to ask people if they have any pets or what their position is on animals. Do you love animals?
I love animals.
Oh, cool. Me too. I have 2 cats, and they're troublemakers. One is a vixen. The other one is just the perfect gentleman. They have personalities, right?
Right.
Let's see. What is it about your animal? Do you have pets?
So I grew up with dogs, but now I
cool.
have fish.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, very cool. I've never had fish, although fish are beautiful. You know, they have all kinds of capabilities.
There's nothing like sitting in front of the tank with a glass of wine and just watching them float around. It's very tranquil.
They have their own little personalities
Absolutely.
too. And it's funny because I just did an interview with somebody that is a researcher on fish, and he gave me all kinds of crazy information that gave me a new respect for fish. So my second question is: Are you for or are you against? And I already know the answer. Animal abuse.
Absolutely.
Against, right? Like reflexively, so
Absolutely.
right? Me too. And I always have been my entire life since I was, I'd say, 2 months old. My third question is. And it kind of leads into a different space, and it gets a little tricky. Not tricky, but it's just designed to get you to think a little bit. If you're against animal abuse, how can we balance being against animal abuse if we are paying for it 3 times a day via the systems we support with the dollar, as far as farm animals and animal agriculture? That's a tough question, right?
And I'm not sure the answer.
Yeah, because and I'm not trying to catch you out because, like I said, I for the longest time, you know, I have not been vegan my whole life. I ate every single meal with meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. But I'm here today just imparting information to people that they might not know. just because 99% of the information we get in our daily lives from watching Netflix or listening to the radio or just being out in societal flows like this are just confirmatory information that eating meat and cheese and milk and eggs is just normal and necessary and nice. And that's what everyone thinks.
Well, I
Um,
think food is medicine,
yes,
and I think
Hippocrates said
if
it.
you can teach people more about vegan
Yeah,
and how to get good vegan,
yeah.
I think it could work.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Remind me before I know you're probably on your way, but I have a card with some resources if you'd like to check it out. But you're,
Recipes?
there are
Easy?
recipes. There are recipes.
Easy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
but we got here and we kind of posture it for the animals and try to tilt kind of people's purviews to the animal outlook because there some vegan food is expensive, but most if you look into it, it's actually cheaper than traditional foods. I mean, some of these foods like beans and rice are the cheapest on the planet, and in impoverished countries, that's like their bread and butter. But if our why is strong enough, like the factory farms, which are 99% of what everybody carries, are factory farm foods. I mean, there's abuse for animals and humans in there. Like these animals, they get kicked, they get punched, they get spit on. The workers themselves, they go crazy because it's just not normal to be involved in a situation like that. They sexually exploit the animals. They treat them like objects because that's what they're seen as. And when we're out here, in like, if I'm going to Chipotle and I'm going to vote for a meat burrito, then I'm going to vote for that human to do that to that animal and also to accost that human with that mental anguish. Um, so that's kind of the crux of why I'm out here. So I would ask you, what's the biggest thing that would keep you from going vegan or think about going vegan?
I just need to know how to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, so if you just look at it from a selfish standpoint
yeah.
and just
Before I
remove
let you
the
go,
animals, the reality is it's much healthier.
yeah, exactly. It's
So
hedonistic.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
almost
yeah.
well, it's
All the
altruistic. For,
diseases and stuff that we have,
please listen to this lady. Yeah,
if you're
exactly.
living off the land, it makes a difference.
It really does.
Yeah,
I mean,
just need to know how to do it.
right, in some of those resources on there will give you kind of like a how to do it. But you nailed it. Like I'm talking to the chat right now too. And guys, meat has like so many things in it that we're not privy to, like heterocyclic amines, TMAO catalysts, plaque promoting cholesterol.
Way over my head, but not good for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but all
yeah.
that stuff we're literally putting into our vessels, and then stacking with that, we're putting everything I mentioned with the process of it all. We're spiritually putting that into our vessels, and I think there is a maybe unconscious, deeply recessed effect we might not even realize. But because when we eat, that's the most intimate thing we can do, more than the main things, because we're literally becoming what we're consuming. It's
Yep,
becoming us.
exactly.
So there has to be some kind of spiritual accosting to doing that as well.
Yeah.
So
Food is medicine.
food is
But
medicine.
I've got
Hippocrates
to
said
run,
that.
so it
Thank you
was
so
great
much.
talking with you.
Check out the card. I
All
really
right.
appreciate you for
Will
stopping
do.
by.
Uh huh.
And take care.
All
Enjoy this
right.
weather. It
You
got
too.
nice today
Yes,
somehow.
it is.
Take care.
Uh huh.
Food is medicine. Did you hear that, everybody? Food is medicine. Okay, I think Hippocrates, who was a philosopher uh, thousands and thousands of years ago, said that. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. If you're just getting here, like and subscribe. We're out here quite a bit now, just having conversations, hanging out with everybody. What's up, Kathy? Second time I've said hi to Kathy today. What's up? Kathy, also an animal rights activist, does talks in front of groups of people. By the way, how did that talk go? I think it was from like a month ago, Kathy. Um, Plant Geezer in the house. What's up, Plant Geezer? Yes. The biggest reason for habit change is online content, anti-vegans content, and boost to post more vegans. That's right. Keep it coming. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. Thanks, Jake. Cody. There was a Kobe. Now there's a Cody here. Did you guys tag in? Are you brothers? You look like you're kind of a meat eater too, and that's okay. We want everybody in here. We want meat eaters. We want vegans. We want the whole lot. We're just trying to impart information. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let's go. We got a sign today. The sign says "Animal Lover." 3 quick questions. And we've already had three, what's the word? Three pretty profound conversations with this sign. And this is for you guys. Why aren't you vegan yet? That's the other side of the sign. Refracted, because YouTube got stupid, and now they kind of flip the text, making it tough for us. Oh, hey, vegan stoner lady in the house. I'm short up with my team here. Watch out, guys. Appreciate everybody being here. That last nice lady, she had to run, but we had a good conversation with her. We had a conversation with a hunter before that. Before that, we had a conversation with four high school kids, and I think the first and the third were the better of the conversations. Second one with the hunter wasn't so good. Tough to get through to hunters. So plants aren't alive with feelings. No, they're not alive with feelings. Not how you worded it. They are alive. They're intelligent. What's going on, buddy? You want to try a social experiment?
I'm all good.
All right, have a good one. Um, Plants are alive. They have intelligence, but they don't have feelings. So we're not. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but sentience is an emerging property of a central nervous system and a brain, and plants don't have either of those. So they can't feel, guys. They can't feel. Now, there might be science out there, and there might be different things out there that are still being studied, and it might come to a point to where we realize there's more to plants than we know. But even if that inflection point came, we'd still want to be vegan, because if you're not vegan, you're killing 8 times more plants. As per the energy conversion ratios. Cows take in 8 units of energy and they only output 1 via their meat. All that assimilation and their interanatomical, bells and whistles turn that 8 units of energy to 1. So you're killing 8 times more plants. So if you guys are plant stewards and plant activists, and if you are, you could get out here like me and hold a sign that says, "Stop killing tomatoes," or "Free the carrots." I'm sure pretty soon after that you'd hear the big white van's coming to put a straitjacket on you and take you away. We all know in our hearts plants aren't sentient, guys. Plants aren't sentient. Plant killer. Did you hear what I just said? You're killing 8 times more. Stop killing the plants. Maybe I'll do like a plant rights activist thing for one of my videos, just to throw a little bit of that into the mix. It was actually really nasty out here earlier, and the sun came out. I was not going to do activism out here today, but I took a nap, and when I woke up, it was actually really nice. So I said, okay, I'll come outside. What's going on, guys? You want to try a social experiment? It's about animals. Can make it quick. It's just designed to get you to think a little bit, and it's just like 3 quick questions. That's it. You guys have an event going on today. Cool.
Yes.
So do you guys have pets? Do you have animals yourselves?
Yes.
You do? Cool. Me too. I have 2 cats, and I love them both. They both have different personalities. Why do you love animals?
Because they hang out with me and don't talk.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. You can say whatever you want to them. It doesn't even matter. They're just there. They're going to be neutral. They'll agree with you.
They actually
They'll agree with you.
every time.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. Best answer all day. So my second question or my third question, I guess that'd be the third question, is are you against animal abuse? Say reflexively, right? Like boom, yes, me too, yes. My fourth question is, and you'll see where I'm leading it into what space, and it gets a little harder. So how can we be against animal abuse if we're literally voting for it 3 times a day with the monetary ballot, with the dollar? As far as the systems underneath our food, I don't know if you're familiar with factory farms and stuff like that. So how do you think we balance that spread?
How do we balance it?
How can we, I guess?
How can we?
And it's a tough one. And I was
buy local.
Yeah. I mean, there's an uptick there. Yeah, for sure. But we try to tilt to the animal outlook, and I'm not trying to catch you out. I wasn't vegan for 30 years. I ate meat, cheese, milk, and eggs every single meal. Loved every second of it. My wife still makes fun of me, but every single meal. And yeah, buying local, buying more conscious. Immediately our heart goes to that because we want to see a stewardship and more of a conscientiousness towards these sentient beings because they are, a central nervous system and a brain. They have these things, so they can feel pain and have subjective experiences. But what we try to do is tilt to the animal outlook with people because even if you're eating meat once a year from a farm that gives massages and belly rubs and plays Kenny G, well, we're still for the animal. We're still at the end of the day, they all go to the same slaughterhouse and they have to go up. They have to look up, and then the slaughterman has to come down with like definitive wrath upon everything that they could have ever had. And I know it's dramatic, but what do you guys think about that?
I mean, that's terrible. That is awful.
Yeah, yeah. What would be the biggest thing stopping you guys from going vegan?
From going vegan?
Yeah.
Well, I mostly actually am a vegetarian most of the time, so
Yeah.
there's not really much stopping me.
Yeah, that's
than-
awesome. Was it for ethics? Did you go vegetarian for ethics?
No, my mom's a vegetarian, so I just grew up mostly eating vegetarian meals,
Yeah.
and then I just kind of continued that. So.
Yeah. Well, I think you could do it in 2025. We have all the options readily available. I've been vegan for 11 years. My daughter, she's vegan her whole life. We don't need anything extra from an animal. There's a B12 fallacy out there. There's a lot of misinformation that's kind of propagated down. But you can do it in 2025. And even vegetarian, the dairy industry is, I'd rather not articulate it with people around, but it's very graphic,
Yes.
what we support, and it has to do with forcibly impregnating others, meaning cows, and it's like a vote. We go to the cash register saying, hey, please do this to that cow, and I'm going to be back in 4 hours, and then you can do it again to that cow. And that's what we're effectively doing, unfortunately. And we don't know it because 99% of the world's not vegan. All of our
Right.
friends, teachers, brothers, sisters, authoritarian, everybody is doing it.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing today is I have some people in the room, and most are not vegans, pretty much all of them, and we're just imparting information to them, and I'm doing little conversations. I've been vegan 11 years, so I know a bit about different things, and it's good for us to speak up for the little helpless beings. They don't have a choice.
Now that I think about it, I drink oat milk.
Oh,
only.
cool.
And then I only get
Right?
my eggs from my friend who has chickens.
That's amazing. Okay, gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
so what do you think about the bird flu?
Oh man, that's just another reason to go vegan. The bird flu it's starting to scale a bit. It's becoming more ubiquitous. It's starting to be all around us, like happenings and findings of the bird flu. So I think that's even more of a reason to go vegan. All these zoonotic diseases, they come from animals, and they don't come from plants. And even COVID that originated from an animal. So you even safeguard yourself even more so when you go vegan because you're taking all that out of the equation. And there's so many other reasons to go vegan. Can I give you a card or two cards? If I have any left, please hit me.
I mean, the reason why I brought it up is, I love eggs,
Yeah.
but your eggs is actually protein. So
Yeah.
that's why we keep always in the eggs, so that way
Yeah.
we can, exercise or lose some weight.
Yeah. Eggs, you can find other sources though. Eggs don't have any kind of real X factor. There's protein in many other things, and eggs still have plaque promoting cholesterol and a lot of plaque promoting cholesterol, plus choline and other cancer correlated entities. That if there's a book called The China Study which goes over everything. But you did mention you get eggs from your neighbor, and that's awesome. That's definitely an uptick. But when we do that, we're still exploiting that animal and saying, your body, my choice. I'm going to take what I want from your body because it's my choice. Even though it's something they're maybe willingly giving. We don't know that because we don't even know each other. You know what I mean? Like, we have to err on the side of caution and try to be stewards. And I know that is not, it's just one of those things that's tough to hear, but in this day and age, when we have all these readily available vegan options and we don't need anything from an animal, there are these stark implications that are just hovering. So me and some colleagues, we just go out here and we impart information. That's it.
Yeah.
What kind of questions do you have for me?
I don't think I have any idea. Very informational.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just check out the card. My
Feel good.
YouTube
I
channel.
will.
My YouTube channel is on there, and I'll tell you, I eat so well. I eat ethnic. I eat pizza. I eat Mexican. I eat Italian. I eat the whole gamut. My daughter eats like a queen. Like, we eat everything. You season, you sauce, you texture. You become a chef.
Yes.
You get excited about jicama. You know, you get excited about Fresno peppers. So I really appreciate you guys stopping by and listening to me. I really do.
Yeah.
And I wish you good luck on your day today.
Yes.
You know.
Thank you. And
Guys-
then we're here to make sure that
Oh.
cut funding for people with disabilities.
Oh my
So
gosh, that's amazing. So that's a cause to get behind. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, F that. I hope, is that what's looming right now in
It's,
the
next year they're looking to cut $500 million.
Oh,
from the
absolutely
disability
disgusting.
budget.
I'm sorry.
So
That absolutely
we're
disgusting.
here
Thanks
to
for
try
doing what
to
you're
stop
doing.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing what you're doing. That is absolutely
Thanks for doing
That's
what
another
you're
conversation,
doing.
but I'm with you guys 100%. So thanks for doing what you do.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Continue after.
Hell yeah.
You continue
Hell yeah.
after me.
What were your names, by the way? I'm Jimmy.
Keegan.
Kira and Keegan.
Keegan and Kira. It's alliterative. Oh, I love that. I'll remember that. Well, you guys take care. Take care. Hi guys, if you're just getting here, these are the conversations we're going to be having today. I do have about less than 20 minutes left and I have to head off to my hamster wheel job for a little bit. But I'm out here doing the work that I think is a bit more important. And I'm glad you guys can join me. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We got a sign that says Animal Lover, 3 quick questions, and we're kind of challenging people's viewpoints on animals today. So, thanks for being here. I can't really read too well because this glare is coming in hot. Eat some beef, eat some protein. Come on, man. Come on, that's not too bad, right? How much you curl? Jimmy goes live every day. Thanks, Clara. I do. I've been going live every day. Even last night I went live. And we had some good conversation for the chat. What's up, guys? You want to try a social experiment? Okay, have a good one. Take care. We had some good conversations with the chat last night. We were talking about, can kids be vegan? And the answer is 100% yes, if you are wondering. In fact, they're healthier if they're vegan, so that stacks on top of that. James, come on, James. My name's James too. Come on, we need. I don't like the fact you like chicken nuggets. Okay, well, you know who really doesn't like the fact you like chicken nuggets? The chickens. How's it going, guys? What's going on, buddy? You want to try a social experiment? Have a good day. What's up, guys? Might be able to get one more conversation. I have seen an awful lot more engagement. 4 conversations today. 3 were fantastic. 1 kind of went nowhere because we were dealing with somebody that was a hunter. But we're going to be living rent-free in his head, that's for sure. Those eating only vegan foods use 54% less water than those with meat-heavy diets. So true. You're a conservationist when you're vegan. These are bonuses. You're a health champion of people's health when you're vegan. These are all bonuses. Pulled pork, that's not nice. That's a bully move. Don't be a bully. Eat what you want. Don't let anybody dictate. Well, that's why we're not, and I'm trying to amplify that the definition of vegan is not about food. So we're not trying to, force you to eat something. We're here to stand up for the voiceless and the helpless that don't have any voices and are being pushed into slaughterhouses against their will for trivial taste, pleasure, and nutrition. So it has to do with enlightening people, giving them sound information so they can make responsible choices. I hope that made sense. How's it going, guys? You guys want to try a social experiment? It's about animals. Critical thinking. Have a good one, guys. Hi, guys. How's it going, everybody? You guys want to try a social experiment? Little critical thinking? You are? Oh my God, thanks for coming over. Okay, it's 3 questions. They get a little harder as they go. You are on YouTube Live. You don't have to be. You can be right there. But my first question is, do you love animals? Do you have animals?
I love animals, and my mom has animals.
Oh, amazing. I have animals too. I got 2 cats. What's the biggest, best thing that you love about animals?
They're very innocent.
They're innocent,
Yeah.
absolutely, right? They have subjective experiences, eyes to see, mouths to breathe, noses to smell. My next question is, are you against animal abuse?
Yes, absolutely.
Reflexively, right? I, at heart, of course, but since I was like 1 day old, I think we all are from when we're born, right? The other question, the last one gets harder, and I'm not trying to catch you out because for 30 years I did the same thing. But if we are for animal abuse, I'm sorry, against animal abuse. How do we balance that if we're paying for systems of animal abuse 3 times a day, as far as
We
food?
don't. It's completely unjustifiable. The
Yeah.
animal industrial complex, the farming
Hell, you know the exact
the
terms.
agricultural industrial
Yeah,
complex
yeah.
are completely unjustifiable. It is sanctioned and legalized animal torture.
Isn't it
There's
amazing?
no way around it.
Every injustice at one point was legal. At one point it was legal and championed.
It's
So thank
absolutely
you.
disgusting.
So
There's no way around it. I'm vegan. Most of my friends are
Oh,
vegan. You
amazing,
can't-
amazing.
like,
Okay,
there's just
so
there's no
yeah,
way
so
around
that's
it.
why I'm out here. I'm just imparting information because in 2025 there's no reason to eat meat, cheese, or milk or eggs.
No
Nutritionally,
reason at all.
nutrition argument off the table, way off the table. My
Disgusting.
daughter's been vegan for 6 years now. I've been vegan 11 years. So thank
I'm
you.
convinced that if people actually, I don't think people know what goes on, especially in America. I'm convinced that if people actually knew, if they read about it, or if they saw pictures of it,
Yeah,
they would,
yeah. They don't know.
wouldn't do it. They
Societal
wouldn't
flows
know.
always go unchallenged.
There are not enough vegan options in
At
Annapolis.
Yeah. Oh my God,
There's
thank
not
you.
enough vegan
There's
options
150
in
people watching. Maybe
America.
we got some, yeah, exactly. We need more vegan options. If anybody
I've
from
been to
Chipotle.
restaurants in this country where people don't even know what vegan means. They don't even understand what that means, and they look at me like I'm crazy, and it's insane.
Yeah, they think it's like they think it's like no meat. They don't know about the meat, cheese, milk, eggs, seafood, or honey. So are you vegan too?
When she's visiting, I
Yeah.
am.
Oh, very
Otherwise,
cool.
I tend to be vegetarian.
Yeah, very cool. Well, can I give you guys some cards? Thanks for coming over with the solidarity. And I would challenge.
I'm
you-
so happy that you're out here trying
Yeah,
to change
here's one.
people's minds.
I've literally given away all my cards today, so I got one left. And that's what
I
I'm
don't
doing.
want you to waste on me because I'm already vegan.
Well, if you want to take it, if you'd like to take it, I have resources on here.
She already does her best. I would save it for somebody that genuinely
Yeah.
could use
Well,
it.
I appreciate. I might have a few more conversations. I do appreciate it.
I'm
I mean,
so glad
this
you
is what we do.
are.
We literally come out here just to impart information to
Yes.
people. Like you said, societal flows go unchallenged.
Yeah.
And everybody could just walk throughout their whole day and never come across someone like me or you
Yeah.
that would impart information that just stands up for helpless beings. It
Yeah.
just stands up for voiceless,
I
helpless
think to a
beings.
certain extent, people, at least Americans, in my experience, don't even really want. I think even if they had the information, like meat eating is such an addiction. Like the way
Yeah.
consumption is marketed in this country is such an addiction.
Yeah,
And people, I think even if they do know, they didn't really care because they're so addicted to meat consumption and dairy consumption.
yeah.
And it's so far removed from their day, like the torture the animals go through,
Yeah.
so far removed from their daily life that I'm not even sure information.
It's
that
so
really does things.
disconnected.
It is so disconnected.
And there is a large group of people that will tilt their buying dynamics when imparted with something articulate, like Gary Yourofsky's speech or the film Dominion on YouTube. So we have to do this because somebody's
Yeah.
got to do it.
No,
Because if we
somebody's-
don't, then the status quo continues and
Yeah.
the arc of history does not go in our favor.
No,
So thanks for
people
stopping
are so
by.
far removed from their food sources these days. It's really shocking. But
They
the more
really
you
are.
learn about it,
Which
the
part
more
of-
you won't eat it.
Which part are you from? Europe?
No, I'm from here, but I live in Scotland.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Most
You
of
have a
us are
nice
vegan
accent.
over there.
Yeah, you know, a lot of my vegan friends that are in Europe, they're in, they could be in Belfast or they're in different, and there's a few that are watching right now in different areas of near London. They have a lot more vegan options than we do.
The UK has so many
Yeah.
vegan options.
So many
We
more.
come down here and we look at all the restaurants, and she's like, "This is pathetic."
It is. We have, there's a few around here. If you look up vegan options online, you can see a few. Maybe lemongrass might have some offerings.
Yeah, we
You might see
tried
others.
that.
It's very dry and desolate. And if you go to lemongrass, you have to say, what
We
is it?
need the vegan
There's a
cook.
vegan chef there, and
Chef.
she was like, we went to Lemongrass, she was like,
right?
"Oh, they only cook vegan when the vegan chef." I was like, that's fine, just
Good
do your
Lord.
best," and it was really
Just
gross.
leave the, there's a fish sauce. If you go to lemongrass,
Yeah.
tell them to get the fish sauce out of there.
Yeah.
They get trigger happy with it. They put it on everything. I mean, I've literally had to be like, hey. You know, so it's a vegetarian stir fry sauce you want to
Yeah.
ask for if you go there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you guys
Thank
go.
you
Thanks
so
for
much.
stopping by.
I
I'll
appreciate
continue.
what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You're-
You guys have a great day. Enjoy this weather. All right, guys, we're back. Well, that was cool. She was vegan. So really neat. There, we talked about vegan options where I live. There it is. Watch Game Changers on Netflix, everybody. You're worried about protein? Watch Game Changers on Netflix. Everything nutritionally, found in a vegan diet. No excuses anymore. Oh, you're funny. Mick says you have a vegan hairline. You just can't really tell, Mick. This is the full disclosure, the same hairline I've had since I was a kid. I'm just, it's my hairline, bro. Full head of hair, fit, you know, distanced runner, been vegan 11 plus years. No reason not to go vegan. Who's got some good questions? I got about 10 minutes, guys. I'm going to head out. I'm going to give you a nice solid hour. Anyway, here's the prompt, guys. What's going on, guys? You guys want to try a social experiment?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's my 7th one today. Okay. My first question is, do you guys like animals?
Sure do.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I got a dog.
I got a couple cats. What about you?
No, I don't have any.
Okay. What is it about your dog that you love?
I don't know.
It's probably yeah, it's probably just kind of unseen and under. It's just a connection that you have, right? Are you guys against or are you for animal abuse? Against reflexively. I haven't had a sociopath out here yet that goes for it. But the next question gets a little tougher, and you'll see where the conversation's going.
Okay.
So it's, if you are reflexively against animal abuse, how do we balance that if we are literally shoring up systems of violence with our monetary vote, the dollar, 3 times a day when we buy meat and cheese and milk and eggs? How can we balance that value action spread right there?
That's a great question.
Right?
That's beyond me.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard hitter, and I'm not trying to catch you out because I was not vegan for 30 years. I'm 42 now, so for 30 years I was eating every single bit of meat and cheese and milk and eggs at every single meal. But many people haven't postured with a question like that. What would be the biggest thing stopping you guys from going vegan? Have you heard what it is, the actual definition?
No, go ahead, tell me.
The definition is not really about food. It's more so a philosophical stance that rejects everything animal exploitation. So we reject entertainment, we reject clothes, we do reject food. It's a consequence of the stance, but it's not inherently about that. It's more so rejecting a system that oppresses others that have central nervous systems and brains for arbitrary, trivial means. So that's what it is. Upon hearing that, what do you guys think would be the biggest thing stopping you from going vegan?
I don't know. That's just what I've been, used to and whatnot.
Just so.
It's everywhere. It's
Yeah,
ubiquitous.
yeah,
I know.
it's just so easy.
Yeah, in 99% of people are not vegan. So it's one of those things to where we all think it's normal, necessary, and nice because we've always been doing it. And the unfortunate thing is our parents are doing it, their friends are doing it, our teachers are doing it, and it's been propagated from space and time since herding culture's genesis 10,000 years ago. So I'm just here. I'm on YouTube Live. I hope you don't mind. And they're all non-vegans for the most part. I have like 5 vegan friends in here right now. But we're just imparting information to people on the street and trying to disrupt societal flows and put that kind of word in the air to kind of present an elephant in the room effect to where we get people critically thinking. Everything's available in 2025 as far as all your vitamins, your nutrients, everything. There's no nutritional argument against veganism. The biggest nutrition organizations in the world who register dietitians and nutritionists, they lament on their websites that healthy, planned vegan diets are good from pregnancy. I have a vegan daughter. She's been vegan since birth, up till elderhood. So it leaves us with stark implications. And these are implications we have to start to investigate and critically think about and hopefully make changes. Yeah. So basically, you guys told me it's how it always is: normal, necessary, nice, it's habit, right? Habit, convenience, right? We would challenge you to tilt and look at the animal's outlook or through that outlook, because even if you say eat meat once a year, we're paying for systems of violence that are so abhorrent and so disgusting, and we're not privy to it because we are so disconnected from it. We hang these animals upside down, we cut their throats wide open. Dairy cows get a hand in their anus, holding down their cervix. They pump ejaculated bull semen into them forcefully, multiple times during their lives. Once that mother is raped 4 or 5 times, they just slit her throat. And we're paying for that when we pay for dairy. Vegetarianism is just as bad as meat eating from the victim's point of view. I don't have any cards left on me, guys. I actually got rid of all my cards today because I've had a lot of convos. But if you go to Homeless Vegan, that's me. on YouTube, Homeless Vegan. You'll see all my content with conversations like this. I'd really encourage you to take a look at this now. You're so young. I'm so jealous. I wish I went vegan this young. And you cannot miss out on anything. And you can go around and just, you know, pair that spread that I was talking about in the beginning. And it's a very authentic way to live. And the best part is the animals, you know,
Yeah.
they get left alone. What were your names?
I'm Ben.
I'm Jimmy.
Nice to meet you.
Do you have any questions for me?
Nice to meet you.
What was your name again?
Corbin.
Corbin. Oh, cool. Like Corbin Dallas from Fifth Element, right?
I guess.
Do you guys have any questions for me?
I don't think so, but I appreciate all the information.
Well, I appreciate you guys stopping.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot. Check out Homeless Vegan on YouTube.
All right, we'll do.
All right, guys. Take care.
I brought my friend here, and
What's going on? I'm Jimmy. How are you? What's going on? Yep. So did you give him the back story on what we're doing?
I told him a little bit.
Cool. All I'm basically doing, I have a sign, just says animal lover, right? So I just challenge people's kind of beliefs on animals and sentience. Have you heard sentience before?
Yes, I have now.
So it's a merging property of a central nervous system in a brain, and it enables like people like me or my cat or a squirrel to have a subjective experience of life. You know, and eyes to see, nose to smell, mouths to breathe, and the like. So I'm out here just kind of asking people if they're not vegan, how can they balance their rejection of animal abuse when we are paying for it 3 times a day? So what do you think about that? And thanks for coming over. You brought someone over. I appreciate that.
I mean,
What do you think? It's a
know,
loaded subject, I know.
It's a hard question, but you know, some of it's part of survival for
Yeah.
us humans.
Yeah.
But, in a sense, you do feel bad for what's going on to the
Yeah.
pigs, the cows, all that.
So true. Yeah, I mean, we've been doing it for thousands of years. Herding culture's genesis literally 10,000 years ago. And at one point we did have to do it to survive. It just was, it's something that I wouldn't say caused us to evolve, but something we did while we were evolving. I mean, we could attribute it both ways, really. I guess it's a matter of semantics. But in 2025, we don't need to do that. Well, I can go to Chipotle, readily available vegan options everywhere. The whole health argument, there's nothing on a vegan diet there's nothing that you're missing on a vegan diet. B12 is supplemented to meat eaters, and we actually just take the supplement directly. B12 gets injected into cows, and then the humans eat the cows. So there's actually another step when it comes to getting B12 if you're not vegan. So it leaves us with these stark implications. Why are we doing this to these other sentient beings that have eyes to see, and noses to breathe, and mouths to taste? What do you think about? I mean, you kind of gave me your position. What would stop you from being vegan?
I don't really have an answer. I mean, probably what would stop me. I really have thought about going vegan before.
Yeah.
But it's just hard because everyday life,
Yeah.
and not everyone agrees with you on the
Yeah.
veganism and stuff. So
Well, you'd definitely be an outlier. I speak from personal experience. Vegan 11 years. You're definitely an outlier when you go to parties. There's an elephant in the room.
Right.
There's kind of this palpable off energy, but that's why we have to question this. Because why is that there? Why is there an elephant in the room? Why are these dynamics so contentious? Like, I have 217 people in here right now. Why is this so contentious? It's because it's controversial, people are curious, and people don't want to be told they can't do anything. A lot of people think that we're coming at this from taking away your freedoms, and it's the exact opposite of that. I just interviewed somebody that's a leader in the space that talks about freedom. I shouldn't say space because there's nothing industrial about veganism. He's a leader in the vegan movement, and it's on my channel. And he talks about freedom and how when you go vegan, you amplify your freedoms, and you also give freedoms to others. Because when we are eating meat, cheese, milk, and eggs, we are saying your body, my choice, to a sect of animals just for the sake of trivial taste, pleasure, and nutrition. Any questions that you had? You sound like you're interested. Check out my channel, Homeless Vegan. You'll see all dialogues that I do like this. I have resources, the interview I just told you about. I really appreciate your curiosity, and I thank you for stopping over and saying and bringing this gentleman. So, cool, man. Any other questions for me?
I think I'm good.
What's your name again?
James.
James, fellow James. I'm James too. So nice to meet you. Cool. Well, you guys have a great day. Take care. Okay, guys, I'm back. I got 1 minute left. If you're just getting here, these are the conversations that we have on this channel. Please like and subscribe. I I can't believe I even got out here today. I thought it was going to be snowy and stormy and nasty, and it turned out being a beautiful day. So we're hitting an hour and 30 seconds, and I'll be taking off. If you're just getting here, we've been asking people questions about if they're animal lovers, and we take that and lead that right into veganism. And it's been my probably most effective outreach day as far as person to person goes. So we're going to continue this. I think when you put that vegan word in there, it kind of hinders engagement. So we're going to kind of move forward with these kinds of setups. No, it's not backwards. See, check it out right here. See, I actually did this for the chat. I had to write it backwards, but the public sees this. So, all right, guys. Oh, thanks so much, Another Space Nut. I appreciate you for Elwood's Pug Bacon. Oh yeah, Elwood's is really educating people on animal rights as well. So we really appreciate what Elwood's is doing. Yeah, guys, if you love animals, don't eat them. I know it might sound kind of like it just might not be too shocking, but think about if you never ate animals or it's something we never even did. If you love animals, don't eat them would be much more resonating. We've just been conditioned to think the way that we think. So I appreciate you guys for being here. I love you all, vegans, non-vegans. Let's go. Let's spearhead this revolution. Let's go vegan. Let's take the animals off the table. And, we can do it now, 2025. Thanks, Clara. Thanks, team. Thanks, Vegan Stoner Lady. Plant Geezer. Anybody I forgot, you guys are awesome. We'll see you guys in the next video, okay? I'm going to get ready to go to my hamster wheel job. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.